What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Clint Dempsey, the 4-star American. If you want cheap and reliable coins, go over to U7Buy in the description. Look at all the coins, go to your purchase, and before you hit checkout, make sure you use the discount code JT11. Use the code and you should get 5% off all of your FIFA 23 coins. So we've got a relatively cheap icon here. Again, another 85 if you are looking. A 4-star high-low, 6'1" with the right foot. He has got two positions that you can go for, cam and left wing. So again, very good if you're looking at an MLS team or anything like that, because we have two different roles that maybe MLS has an incredible cam in an upgrade, but no left wing. Dempsey can fill that spot. I would recommend him probably being somewhere in the center instead in-game, but obviously for the squad, you can put him out there. Hero profile, he did make his... how long was he in there? It was Fulham, wasn't it? Yeah, 225 games, New England, obviously Spurs as well, back to Fulham, and then he finished at Sounders FC. He has got leadership, flair as the two traits, and stat-wise, we're looking okay for an 85. At the minute, I don't know if his price is glitched, but he's 54,000 coins minimum, so hopefully we can get this one gone. If not, then obviously we wait and we lose a little bit of coins, but at the minute, tax-wise, it's not much, so I'm not too fussed, but his minimum is 54,000, which obviously means you have to put him up for 54.5, and he goes all the way to 425. So he's at the absolute bottom. There is a couple of pages, but nothing too crazy. And for the new gen, he can be lengthy with that architect. If I can click it, we get 89 passing, 88 physicality, which takes his strength all the way up to 96, 78 aggression, and also 85 jumping. With the passing, 99 short, 79 long. Again, a nice little upgrade there. We've got a decent amount of shooting. Pace-wise, if the lengthy was with maybe something like an engine or something like that, it would have made the card that little bit better, purely just because it'd be nice to have a bit more pace on him. But he looks pretty average overall. Some nice stats in some areas. Let's jump in and see what this American can do for us. Dempsey picking the ball up in the middle. It's just not quite the ball we wanted. I wanted a little tap into Mbappe, but may have gone a little bit too far. Oh, good take from Dempsey. Finds a good ball over. Donovan just can't quite beat the centre-back. But it's a nice take from Dempsey there. Nearly getting ourselves in. Dempsey picking it up. Little shimmy. Just doesn't get round him. I feel like he's just got something to get there. He's almost getting every single time past them. But then there's just something that stops him. Good take from Dempsey. Gonna see a lengthy meta, please. And that's where the pace just comes into it. Like I said, if we could have an engine or something like a hunter to make him lengthy as well, this card would be so much better. Dempsey into Mbappe, back to Dempsey. Little shimmy, but Kimpembe with a monster challenge already. Donovan into Dempsey. He's gonna go for a swing, and Manyan going for the big save on Dempsey there. Oh, Dempsey, stop it. Was looking for the near post. He's still kind of gone a little bit wide there. But that is a solid fake into that shot. Good ball from Kessie. Oh, he's got fouled. There is no way. What on earth? He's gone and took the ball. Dempsey's doing really well. You can definitely tell the difference in that architect for the 99 strength is doing him wonders. It's almost like he has to be fouled to get the ball off him now, which is always nice. I do feel like he's definitely missing something. I probably, judging from what I've got so far from him, I don't think 54k is right, and I think again that could just be a price kind of misprint here. That's solid from Virgil, but he is doing wonders in that middle. I just think there is a lot of cams that we'll go and discuss at the end that are better, or at least more efficient for the price that you pay. I think 50k, even in this market, is quite expensive. Try and find him in here. Donovan, left side of the goal, and that is a solid finish. Gets his left foot across, and the 4-star will always prove worthy with shots that you need on the opposite foot. Can we find a bit of Donovan in the middle? It's the problem. The lengthy matter is absolutely massive on new gen. On old gen, I feel like he definitely would put up more of a fight, but when you're going against Virgil, you almost need either an Mbappe or a lengthy player with massive kind of pace, very much a Haaland as such. So it is nice that we can still get through. Oh, and Dempsey, is it Dempsey? I think Dempsey screws that up a little bit. It gets tackled, and it's just rolled its wallet back into Mbappe. Sometimes you've always got to take the cheese. Good work from Dempsey. Holds it on. Probably should have held it on for a second longer just to drag that defender out a little bit more if I could. Little chip back up. Oh, Dempsey screaming for that overhead if he could. Dempsey again. Holding the run if we could. It's a good ball in. Find a bit of Donovan. Kimpembe's going to screw it. Go across goal. And again, better back. Back. Dempsey. Dempsey again. He's done it. 90th minute. Dempsey with the secure of a bag. Donovan's doing very well, and Dempsey clinches it up for him. Very, very good teamwork between the two Americans. And I think that should be the victory. A big old victory, especially against his Mbappe and Messi, who have been causing an absolute storm in his attack. So going into the overall for Dempsey then. I do think the price ranges definitely will kind of go back to normal at some point. I don't know if this has kind of been a theme all the way through. If we look at the market history from him, it might actually be that he's been that price all the time. So you can see there is sales generating. Obviously, he is the lowest of low, so there's no snipes or anything like that. If you buy him, you've got to sell him for the same and hopefully get him sold. More than likely, he will do at some point. People are buying MLS teams here, there, and everywhere. The Architect as well is a nice little addition to him. Like I said, I think if he had a Hunter or Engine, this card would definitely be worth more in the new gen. In a lot more fashion, purely for the fact I think the pace is just that slight bit lower than what you'd kind of really want it to be. And obviously, if you whack the Hunter or anything like that, you aren't going for the lengthy meta. That is, again, new gen. Old gen, I feel like you could. If you went with, for instance, if we went with an Engine, I think as a cam, I could rock with that. I feel like there's other cams that don't have them sort of stats at an 85. So very, very happy there. Does have the left wing and cam. We have now started to get a decent amount of specials. Obviously, we had all of the foundations. So we do have an Insigne that can be left mid centre forward. So depending on which one you want Dempsey to be, you can flex between. Plus then as well, other players with them same different formations as well. We've got a cam here. I believe he's, I want to say they're level 30, that you can go right wing, left wing with him. We have Chica, we have Donovan, Insigne, Campos as well, Herrera. There is a decent amount of players now that you could, I think, what, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 specials. Granted, I don't know if they're all right positions, as I cannot see a centre-back there. No centre-back. So that is pretty much all we're missing. We've got the goalie. We've got the left-back, right-back. We've got a centre-mids, right-mids, left-mids. So literally all we're missing now is 2 centre-backs. Chiellini, more than kind of guaranteed to get a flashback at some point. Same with Bale, maybe a little moment somewhere. So most definitely, these two are going to be involved in that top MLS team. Same as Insigne. Is again a cracking card coming in at 31,000 coins. I think, he's going to be a solid MLS out-of-budget sort of team. With Dempsey though in himself, a 4-star, which is always good. Again, American. I don't know how many Americans do we have that are at good level. Obviously, we have the foundations. I believe Las Liga Portuguese, I want to say. That's actually the foundations for Portugal, actually. I'm debating if that's the storyline or not. But then we look at a couple of others. We've got Adams. We've got Dest with an upgrade. Obviously, Adams, I think he's not got the upgrade yet, but he can still get it, I think. So I think with Dempsey, again, he's going to be a non-first team player. He's not going to be bench. He's not going to be the first team. In terms of cams, there is plenty. Bernardo Silva being number 1. We then have plenty of other cams in the game that come in at that sort of price, and even cheaper at times as well. If we just even go down, I think we'd probably have to go to the 3rd page maybe, because we've got 100k there. So if he's coming in at 54, say, we've got him here. Havertz is just a little bit more a good cam. Smith Rowe can be a cam. If we go a little bit under to see any sort of meta players there, we have got our right mid who can be a cam. Bernardo Silva, like I said. You even have a Ricken if you really wanted to hero there. Plus then Mason Mount. I don't think he can be lengthy, actually. Bruno Fernandes. I don't think, is there any cheap cam beast? Fekir. Well, Fekir just takes the cake, number 1. Then if you go a bit further, you have your Royces and your Fodens. There's probably others that I'm missing out, but because of so many libs, it's just more annoying to see. So realistically, in terms of the price, If you are looking for a cam, not a hero, or not Dempsey, then obviously there is better and more efficient players in that role. But for a hero, I'd say as a cam, he's quite solid. He's a good player. He's not necessarily, like I say, going to be main team upwards of Division 4, but in terms of an MLS squad builder, he's vital. He's got to be in there. Him, Donovan, Campos, some big heroes in that MLS starting lineup, and as well, maybe in future objectives, he might get more expensive over time. But I would wait until that price range is changed, because there's no way he will stay at 54, especially when Donovan's is 15 at the minimum. So I can imagine that will get updated at some point. But that is going to be it for me. Let me know down below what you think about Dempsey and who you got in your 87 max hero when that does come out. I'm assuming tomorrow. Check the left hand side and make sure you subscribe. Peace.